next drill is our breakout gap one-on-one. Again, it's a very challenging drill for a defenseman in the fact that they're having to close a very large gap, just like a game. As far as the forwards, again, they're trying to read the gap given up by the D. If it's a loose gap at the blue line, we want to get them to the scoring area. If it's a tight gap, we want to make sure they're trying to drive wide or chip that puck by the defenseman. All of our defensemen are going to be in the center circle. Our forwards are going to be at the hash marks on opposite ends with pucks. There'll be a tire at each end around the net. On the whistle, the forward will take the puck down and around the tire and then start to attack up his half of the ice. Okay, again, forward down around the tire with the puck, attacking up his half of the ice. On that same whistle, one defenseman is going to step out and pivot at the blue line. And what this situation is creating is it's creating a very large gap between a defenseman and a forward has speed, and our defenseman is virtually flat-footed. And this is the situation we're trying to create because it's very game-like. So it's a one-on-one on both sides of the ice. It's very important that this one-on-one stays on his half of the ice and this one-on-one stays on his half of the ice. Play it until the whistle. Play the drill all the way until the whistle, so there may be some down-low play also involved in this. How we're looking for our defenseman to play this is it's going to have to take his first steps to the middle of the ice, okay, for two reasons. One, we need him to move laterally to try to close that gap, but he can still gain his speed by moving his feet and taking away the center of the ice here and then serpentining back to close the angle, okay? The second reason why we want him to take the step towards the middle is we want to take away the middle, give the illusion that we're giving the wall, and then take that space away, hopefully creating a tight gap by our defenseman at this defensive blue line. But this is an extremely challenging drill for the defenseman because their tendency will always be to just back right up. And you'll know if your defensemen aren't coming close to that forward until top of the circles, they're not doing a very good job with their gap. Again, the same principles involved. D, sticks on ice, trying to play stick on stick all the time. The other thing is, anytime this forward takes the shot, D needs to make sure he's finishing the shooter. He's taking the shooter out of the play by finishing his check against him. Forwards, you're reading and reacting this gap at the line. If they do catch the D backing in, we want the forwards to try to get to the good ice and attack.